Hi everybody. I suppose you're asking two questions, or maybe more, but why am I out in full sunshine and why am I surrounded by trees when trees are the hardest, most difficult of subjects for me to photograph, has been traditionally. Well, the main thing is I'm challenging myself. I'm trying to see if I can create something in a wooded reserve in the middle of the day. So here I am, here we are. And I think let's just get on with it and see what we can produce. So it's not a wet day, so you can see that this polariser is doing nothing, so I've just switched it off. I'm composing. I'm standing partly in the shade. I've found some shade here. So the sun's coming this way down, and I'm hoping that this one puts me in shade and gives me a better chance of focusing on the frontlit scene in front of me with the shadows going beyond. So hey, I'm just going to give it a go. I was walking past and just caught a glimpse of this little composition that I thought was quite nice. I'm zoomed up, I've got my 32 to 64 and I'm zoomed all the way into 64, and the basic composition is, I may take it a little bit off the bottom here. It's this little stand of red flowers. I thought they looked rather pretty, framed by this gum on the left and the gum in the background, which sort of forms an archway and leads up. And even here, I think that those shadows are quite pleasing. The sun is going backwards and forwards inside, backwards and forwards behind the clouds behind me. But I want to try and get it both with and without the shadow and see which I prefer as best. So this is the composition. I'm going to vastly increase our ISO, and I'm going to also lower down our f-stop, our aperture, to f11, and that should give me a reasonable speed, 200th of a second. The second I'm ready to take an image, the wind picks up. It's been still as anything. So let's just wait a second for it to settle back down. Focused on that little stand of flowers. I'm going to take that one for the flowers. I'm going to wait a second more for the tree to settle. Done. And then because I'm at F11, I'm going to focus on the gum in the background. And I'm just going to, when that settles and I see the leaves just settle down, now I think that's it. Okay, right. I think it's a case of wait. Oh God, maybe not waiting. Let me just very quickly adjust my. I'm just going to take this and I'll talk you through it. I don't want to miss it. There we go. So what we have here. Hi. Hi. Oh no, you can come through, please. Don't apologise. It's fine. We've got a share. Don't worry. Come on, sunshine out the way. There you go. Sorry. Hey, don't apologise. It's cool. Oh, it's a lovely day. It certainly is.
Yes, it's good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're more than welcome. Oh, let me just want to increase that shutter speed, don't we? Right. It's about 100th of a second, and I don't mind adjusting the ISO to get that shot. What we've got, and it's just gone away, I think you might have just seen before, is that the sun's in and out of these clouds. But when it comes out, oh, mosquitoes, go away, please. Oh, on my head, there you go. You're going to see me doing this slappy thing all the time now. When the sun is out, it lights the top of this tree that I've got in the center of my frame here. I'm not going to put the 100 to 200 on because I think that gets me too close. The 32 to 64 is my lens of choice today. So that's what we're going to go with unless circumstances dictate. And you've got these beautiful green grasses at the bottom, these reeds, because you might be able to hear that there's a lot of water just in there. And when the sun does come out, it just catches the tops of this tree. Earlier on, I've walked this before. Me and Rafi, we did a walk, 20 minutes this way and 20 minutes that way. And I did it without my camera, and I should have brought my camera because at that time the tree was completely backlit. Oh, it glowed a beautiful green. So at the moment it's top lit, which is nice. I'm just going to capture that while the sun's out. And I think this is going to be a square crop because we don't need that sky at the top. And the light's a little harsh, but that's okay. I'm just going to increase my shutter speed a bit so we can try and freeze those leaves. Although they don't look like they're moving very much. And there you go. I think it's as simple as that. Okay, so we come across this rather pretty little cascade. Okay, let's see if we can settle ourselves in here. What I may need to do is, I'm just checking the depth. Oh, that's not too bad. I've decided instead of the 100 to 200, what I'm going to do is actually bring the tripod closer. Regardless of whether I like it or not, I think I'm forced to throw 100 to 200. I just can't get in there close enough. Right. Oh, I told you this lark, this woodland lark is difficult, and boy is it. Maybe I'm just not used to having to take time. Maybe that's what it is. There we go. There we go. It's nice and tight on. Now, let's zoom in. Let's use our polariser. Let's just zoom in on that. I think I quite like, there's a composition there that I might like better. Let me just make sure we focus once again. And we have. We're at 60th of a second. We don't need f14. Everything's in a single plane. So we'll come down to around f13. Let's check this up again. 200th of a second. Those stray little pieces of reed popping in, we'll be able to eliminate those. There we go. Now, where your place, I've just got to make sure that you're not in shot. So, and no, you're not, thank goodness. And possibly come slightly more to the left. Okay, you can see the composition I'm going for here. Water coming down, spinning off, and going off to the right. I think the problem that we're going to have here, I'm going to come all the way down to ISO 100. I think the problem we're going to have here is several problems. First of all, the specular highlights because the sun is blazing directly down, but we might be able to do something with that. Just using, you see the glare, wow, there's the sun blazing down on that water and wet rocks. And there's the polariser using its full effect and darkening those rocks and taking that wet glare off those rocks as well. Now that works for me much better. And I'm just adjusting this because I like this little circular swirl of bubbles here that constantly move. So I think that's our composition. We're about 1/10 of a second at the moment, and 1/10 of a second with a 10 stop I think gives us 30 seconds, I think. That's from memory. Let's have a look and see what we can get. Let's see if that works for us. And you'll never see a polarizer work so much as it just has then. That's an amazing difference between the two images. And in fact, what I'll do is I'll take both images, because just seeing it in camera might not do it for you. So I'll do that one, and then we'll spin that polarizer so it's off, and we'll do that one. All right, let's put our polarizer back on. And we said, or I said, 10 stop should give us about 30 seconds. Moment of truth, let's see if that will work. I think we're going to end up using a 6 stop, but you know me, I like to go the longest I can. Just before we do that, let me just come into the foreground and just gain focus. I just want to see if this will give us a 30-second image, see if my maths is right. So let's go all the way up. Might actually give us a minute. I think it's a minute. A minute, ISO 100. We're going to go for that. And it's well exposed, nothing blown. So what I am going to do is I'm now going to focus further in. Just there. I'm going to do 3 of these exposures at a minute each. And then I'm going to do some shorter exposures, capture that texture, and then I'll paint that together. And, you know, if that works, I'll pop it up now. So, welcome, thank you for joining Rafi and I here. This wonderful little reserve. I don't think I've told you where we are. We're actually at Currency Creek Reserve. And apparently this little fall runs all year. I think there's a spring further up in the hill. So So it does run all year, although we've had some rain the last few days, 2 or 3 days ago, and I think that's really helped pump up the water here for us today. I've had a wonderful time. I don't know whether these turned out. I don't know whether you're able to take woodland and waterfall photography in full sunlight, fighting off snakes, the heat, the mosquitoes, there's bees, slippy algae. It really is a dangerous sport, is photography. But either way, listen, thank you. Please look after yourself, look after your loved ones, and until next time, from Rafi and I, see ya. Well guys, got back to the car, given Rafi a well-deserved drink. He guzzled his water. We had a little bit of a shock on the way back. Rafi was very good on the lead, but we came across a rather large brown, beautiful copper coloured snake, but yeah, deadly as, yeah, it's a nasty biter. Lucky enough, I was making enough noise that it was on a rock about 3 or 4 foot in front of us, and as soon as it felt the vibrations, it shot off. Pardon me. Rafi was very, very good. He was on a tight leash anyway, but he didn't leap for it, he just let it go. So just a reminder, you've got to be careful out here, people. Obviously in England you don't, just watch out for the adder, and there's probably only one left somewhere in England, but yeah, here you just got to watch out for that wildlife. So whether it's snakes, ticks or spiders, you know, you just got to be a little careful here. That's why I don't go wading out in the water, because I'll take on the others but I won't take on a shark. So yep, just a reminder, please be careful wherever you go, look after yourself, and see you soon.